The culture doesn't matter if the quarterback don't play well, man. The quarterback is the last piece because, once again, I don't think that Kellen Moore is a great offensive play caller for Philly, but he was a part of a culture. Now his consolation prize is he get to go to the Saints. Good Lord, he get to go. I'm just saying.
Look at some of the offenses that Kellen Moore's been associated with too. It wasn't no Super Bowl caliber, I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's
Jared Goff, the Jared Goff, Matt Stafford trade did take place under, I mean, obviously Les Snead, but James Gladstone was the director of scouting strategy at the time, for Los Angeles. So to that point, yes, Trevor Lawrence is that guy, but we're also talking about trades that have included multiple above average to maybe even really dang good quarterbacks. Yeah, to your point, it's not going to be talking about potential. It's going to be talking about what you did, because we're already talking about guys who are above average. And I think at minimum, Trevor Lawrence is probably, I think we all can reasonably say he's in that range, like that Jared Goff to fall, that maybe that Jared Goff to that
absolutely
that Stafford range.
Yeah.
Now that we're in agreement that we're talking about this range of guy, would he be willing to? Has James Gladstone shown you that he's the kind of GM that will be willing to make that sort of a move to say, hey, this might be a good guy, but he's not the guy, and I need to find my guy? Well, but he's shown you that he's willing. If you believe that he had a hand in that transaction under Les Snead for LA, then that's a legitimate conversation that Trevor Lawrence is going to have a few years, let's say 2 years or 3 years, to truly show that. And that's not me saying that I believe that that's going to happen or that I'm hoping for it to happen or anything like that. It's just to say, I mean, as much as folks don't want to really think about it, that is a legitimate part of this conversation, right?
Yeah, it is. But new quarterbacks mean starting over. I don't care who you trade for. And for Trevor Lawrence, they're saying, look, man, we want to do it with you. We want to not Liam Coen picked you. The GM inherited you, right? The head coach picked you if he come over here. The GM inherited you. And we could have went out, potentially drafted a quarterback in this draft. We didn't do it. That says a lot. We don't got backup quarterback. We don't got quarterbacks on this roster that can take your spot. We got quarterbacks that if you play that bad, we're gonna bench you.
Wait, you don't believe in Nick Mullins? You don't follow the Mullins hive, man? Come on
now.
I mean, let me say that once again. Here it is. Travis on his way to the game. Breaking news: Nick Mullins is starting. What? He gonna buy a wrecking car? What the? You gonna say what's wrong with Trevor? What's wrong with Trevor? I'm telling y'all, a team is known for the quarterback first. If you can't tell me the quarterback of a team you were looking at, they ain't that good. But if you saying Jacksonville, they got Trevor Lawrence. That's why they'll say Kansas City and they'll say Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Because I'm trying to show you what you're coming to see. I love Josh Allen. I love Trayvon Walker. I love Tank Bigsby. I like Travis Etienne. They coming to see Trevor. Now they coming to see Travis. They coming to see Travis Hunter. I get it. But Travis Hunter could be only as good as his QB. He can only be as good as it. And guess what Travis Hunter know? If I got a good QB, boy, I could look good. I could look real good out here. And I think so. While they're gonna be looking at Travis and Diami and Brian Thomas, if Trevor Lawrence can just play ahead of the chains, convert on third downs, don't make no bad decisions, they're gonna win a lot of games, man. They're gonna definitely win enough in that division to win it. And for Trevor, that's all he got to do: win your division. And guess what? Everything else don't matter. It don't matter who you lost to at that point. It don't matter how bad or good you played, because we are recency biased people.
Yes.
It's how recent you've done it and how frequent you've done it. If you go to the playoffs, here come these players saying they're gonna try to say, well, he might not be the best quarterback in the playoffs, then you win a game. Because all the pressure is on the usual suspects. It's on the teams that go every year. It's on the Ravens. It's on Kansas City. It's on those teams. So who's gonna be the team out of AFC South? It ain't gonna be the Titans. It ain't. I don't think it's gonna be Indy either. Because Cam Ward is gonna probably end up starting, and Cam Ward, to me, It's real similar to Trevor Lawrence in this situation. You get him number one, but you got to live with his mistakes. Cam Ward can throw that thing, but he'll do some stuff to go, what are you doing? Right? For Trevor, but here's the thing. Cam Ward is a rookie. Trevor Lawrence is a vet. Dude, you can't be doing that stuff now. You can't trust your arm in these situations. That's all I'm saying. A veteran does everything timing-wise. I ain't playing hero ball, man. No. I'm going to trust. I'm going to go to my – my number one read is Brian. My number two read is Travis. My number three read is De'Ami. Check down. Or throw it away. Don't do no – because you know what I'm saying? And I think and we'll see.
Now, can I say this just to point out, not to even be devil's advocate, but also there are a few guys who kind of are they're gunslingers. Like you got Josh Allen, Buffalo Josh Allen.
Yeah,
hey man, that's a wild boy sometimes.
He is
the good ways and the bad ways. He be doing some stuff that I'd be like, some Will Levis-ish stuff.
Hold on, but Travis though, why do they accept that stuff? Because he wins.
Because that boy putting up some touchdowns.
Remember, Patrick Mahomes are doing no-look passes, but he wins. But listen. But I kept telling people this: it's cool as long as you're winning. But the first time he rolled right and he throw left, pick six in the Super Bowl. You can't do it. You can't throw back. If I roll right, I got to throw right. I can't roll right and throw left. And I'm telling you, Trevor Lawrence can't do that type of stuff. He can't do the stuff that look. Trevor Lawrence can be the reason y'all win. He can't be the reason y'all lose. When I say the reason you lose, doing stuff that'll lose a game. Like, dude, we can't overcome that. There are certain – listen, you don't win the game in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. Fourth quarter, when he does something and y'all like this, what was that? What he can't do the what was that stuff because you're gonna have to steal a game during the regular season to prepare you to the playoffs, and you got to beat the teams you better than. Period. I got to beat the teams I'm better than, and I got to steal a game in the regular season. And because when you get to the playoffs, clean slate. You look at Trevor and say, breathe. Trevor, listen, with everything we went through, right? You trust in the process, right? Yeah. Did we win the division? Yeah. Now, Pittsburgh is a wild card. They got to come to us. Because guess what? It don't matter that Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old. It's going to matter that you beat Aaron Rodgers. Ain't nobody going to say, he's 41. He a starter, ain't he? They waited on him, didn't they? I'm telling y'all, who you do it against is just as important that you do it at all. No one's going to give you credit for beating somebody. Listen, nobody going to give you credit for beating somebody that ain't in your weight class. But if they are, then they saying, all right, because I'm telling you, Liam Coen is saying, look, I don't expect us to win the Super Bowl in 2025. I expect us to be competitive in 2025. 2026, I expect us to build on that. 2027, we saying, hey, dude, we usual suspects. You don't believe me? Who's one? Tom Brady has not been on the Tampa Bay Bucks in 4 years. Who's won that division in 4 years? That would be Tampa. The culture is built. And all your boy Baker Mayfield did is came in, he driving the ride to Tampa, and he ain't reckoning. They know it's him. Trevor Lawrence get to say, hey man, if I don't do nothing else, before I leave Jacksonville, I'm gonna leave him a winner. I think that's doable. I'm gonna leave him a winner because guess what?
So
people gonna remember.
So you believe that that's doable? You believe the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2025 have a realistic opportunity to win this AFC South?
I think they're the only team. I think they're the only team in the division, not named Houston, to put pressure on them. I don't know if they'll win it in 2025, but they're the only team that. Because here's the thing, and I say it to say this: when I was in AFC South, Marcus Robinson, former safety of the Titans, said you do two things to build your team. You either reload the best team or you put pressure on the best team. You either reload the best or you put pressure on the best. Well, for us, we was going up against Peyton Manning, so all we doing is reloading. You're not going to beat them, right? But here's the thing, right? In 2007, to make the playoffs, who do we have to beat to get in? The Colts, and we beat them. Now, they had won the division already, but we got them. Until I could be the best, I got to put pressure on them. Because guess what? If y'all better than me, y'all supposed to win. But what if y'all don't? Because you know what they said about Houston 2 years ago? They're ahead of schedule. Ahead of what schedule?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They're ahead of schedule. They just won the division. They're winning so much in Houston, they're going to start expecting to win. They're going to start expecting to win no matter what happens because of one guy, CJ. They say as long as we got him, we can win our division. That's what Trevor Lawrence need to get from his team. Hey, dude, I believe in that dude, man. I think that Trevor can, and that's what I'm talking about. The best, if your team don't believe you can help them win, and so yeah, can y'all be competitive in 2025? Yep. If y'all, I wouldn't be surprised because of the Travis Hunter effect. I'm serious, man. People saying, man, teammates think he dance too much. Well, tell him to dance with him. Learn how to dance. The boy like to dance.
They ain't taught to now teammate.
First of all, I have to say, Brian Thomas Jr., and I actually wrote about and talked about this on the Duval Dive. But first of all, Ben, there's nothing like more than a guy that talks with the fire that you do and does it while validating a theory of mine. It's only just a few short weeks ago. Travis, you remember this. We had a grab bag episode where fans came, a fan in particular, I forget the name of the fan, I apologize. Apologize for me on our Discord when you get a chance there, Travis. But the take was, the air quotes in the words of the fan, crackheadiest take I could come up with is that the AFC South is, he likes that, AFC South power vacuum exists and the Jags can win this division. Sir, I appreciate you for being in my camp. I could take listen, my rookie year we went 4-12. My second year we went 5-11. So we improved by one game. My third year we went 8-8. My fourth year we went 10-6, made the playoffs. Right? I'm telling y'all, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to not be a team and a division that's not pushing the NFL like as a media darling. But here's the thing, right? I didn't get to play with Steve McNair. I got to play with co-MVP of the league, Steve McNair. So I'm telling y'all that stuff matters, man. When I was in the NFL, I'm not saying he was the best linebacker in football. And what you mean, the linebacker is better than Keith Bulluck, but he don't get the recognition because he played for the Titans. That Fred, if Jacksonville was relevant every single year, Fred Taylor. The best player in Jaguars history. Love you, Tony Baselli. How is he not in? I'm just telling you. If I may, Ben, I was there when at the NFL honors with the 3-point conversion leading up to that Super Bowl with the Rams and Bengals. Tony Baselli was just announced as a Hall of Famer. He came out. The first question he was asked was by me, asking him, who do you think the next Jaguar should be to make the Hall of Fame? Without hesitation. Of course it was Fred Taylor. So
never in the history of the world. Man, never in the history of the world. Yes, I'm biased with Fred Taylor. You know, I went to Florida, he went to Florida. Yes, I'm biased. I get it. But here's the thing, right? If you want to know how good a player was, ask who went against him. Ask those guys. Ask the guys he played. Because here's the thing. It took me a long time to realize it don't matter the type of player I wanted to be. It's who my teammates said I was. They saw all of me from blind spots. So for Trevor Lawrence, that's when he got to ask himself, hey, man, what do my teammates really think about me? They can't say nothing crazy because I'm the quarterback, but would they say something crazy if they could? Just think about that for a second, because Trevor Lawrence Walker, he can't take 2 steps on Clemson campus without getting mobbed. Right? Yeah. I say, Trevor, you can do normal stuff in Jacksonville. You shouldn't be able to. Patrick Mahomes can't do normal stuff in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff I was in Tennessee with Steve McNair, and I got to do events with him, and it's a total didn't vibe when he stepped out. I'm like, I'm going up to Mac saying, what's up, Mac? What's up, Troupe? I'm like, it's different. When the aura is in the building, it's different. For Trevor, I'm not saying he cares about that stuff. I'm saying when this new stadium comes, are you going to be here? You going to get to play in there? Seriously. Because I don't want to do all I do and make it nice for the next dude. I'm going to do renovations on this crib and everything and sell it? Nah, dude. Nah.
Well, they tried. They already tried their best to name the stadium Trevor Bank. I mean, the Jaguars. The Jaguars did that mess in 2024. They named the stadium Trevor Bank, and then but didn't throw a touchdown that game, I believe. In the loss to what was it, the Browns? I believe that game.
The Browns, sir. Yes.
Goodness. Yeah, and also shout out to NSFB on the Jaguars Discord. That was the crackheadiest takes. And oof. To the original point, I mean, yeah, the aura in the locker room, that obviously that's kind of what you want, and it goes back to culture. It goes back to your guys believing that this is the guy, like that whole belief conversation that we had on Tuesdays. Duval died, like all of it. So like you hit it on the head with a lot of this, like. These guys are helping to build that culture, and you have to believe and you have to hope that Trevor Lawrence, with the combination of Liam Coen and the Travis Hunter and the Brian Thomas Jr. and all these guys are going to help him like truly build this thing up so that Trevor Lawrence can at minimum be an above average quarterback to maybe even being a great one. But for 2025, I really want to get a good stamp on your take of where this division lies, and that includes your sorry behind Tennessee Titans, all of them. I really want to know.
See, now
where do you currently have them listed? Like all of them. Houston, Tennessee, Jaguars.
I mean, I got Houston 1. I got Jacksonville 2. And this is no lie. I got the Titans 3. I think the Colts because if you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't got one. I think that here's the thing, right? Anthony Richardson is going to have to decide, do I want to be athletic or do I want to play QB? Very athletic. And he can throw a 70. But can you throw a 10? Can you throw a shallow cross? Can you not admit to the media that I was tired? Man, lie. Don't tell us you was tired. What the?
Say anything else.
And what I'm telling you is Anthony Richardson is going to have to realize I can't out-athlete NFL players.
Yes.
That's not going to work. Yeah, and the reason why I picked the Colts last is this. Can Anthony Richardson play a whole season?
See, you're preaching to the choir on that one, brother. Oh, yeah. What was it I said, Travis? I'm picking the Colts to win 6 games because I'm not sure Anthony Richardson will play 10.
Yeah. And that's why they got Daniel Jones. They just want another guy who plays exactly like Anthony Richardson so he can play those other 6 or 7. That's it.
The best ability in football is availability.
Tell him.
Are you available? Are you there? Because and the reason why I say the Jags too is this. I don't got them far from the Texans. Once again, the Texans are respected. They are not feared. People ain't scared of the Texans, but they respect what they've done. If Trevor Lawrence, the first time they play Houston, I don't know if it's at home or away, if they beat them, and you know how like the quarterbacks they got through the pleasantries, they got to go say what's up to each other. And Trevor go up to, CJ and he shake his hand, he kind of squeeze it and look at him and say, "Hey, youngin, I'm coming for you now. Listen to me. I don't like the fact that they talking about you the way they're supposed to be talking about me. They talking about your team the way they're supposed to be talking about us." What? All right. And no lie, Houston could have beat Kansas City in the playoffs now. They could have beat them. If you Trevor, you going, wait a minute, Houston almost beat Kansas City on the road. Almost beat them. I'm telling y'all, I don't like giving this is the analyst in me, the columnist in me just being, middle of the road. The Jaguars are the most, I look at teams like this. The best team in the division, Houston. The team that needs the most improvement, Indy. The team that's going to be exciting to watch, but they ain't going to do much, the Titans. The most dangerous team in the AFC South is the Jags. They're the most dangerous team because they got, I think, the best young receiver in football in Brian. God, dog, I ain't seen him doing that. They got the best young receiver in football. They got the most exciting player in football in Travis. They got a top 5 slot receiver in De'Ami Brown. They got 2 quality running backs. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the backup got to be just as good or efficient as the starter. And I think they can overcome the O-line. I think they can overcome. They're going to have to. Look, this is what we got. So, I mean, this is what it is. You're going to have to overcome it. And if they can do all those things and Trevor Lawrence plays in all 17 games and he is just efficient and not what in the world was that? If he's all right, Trevor, let's get right and not Trevor. Because Trevor has been, what are you doing? The lad, like, dude, what are you doing? If he can get away from those type plays, dude, if anybody going to boost that dude's confidence, if Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter can't do it, ain't nobody going to do it. Because Travis Hunter going to try to make some plays for you now. Travis going to say, put it out there. I'm going to go get it. And Brian Thomas is Freddy Krueger with a jersey on. That kid is he's nasty good, man. He's nasty. Like everybody went Malik Neighbors. And people kept saying Brian Thomas gonna be the best receiver in the draft, dude. I'm telling y'all. And like I say, man, I would not be surprised if the Jags, we're gonna know a lot about the Jags after week 8. Because that's the middle of the season. We're gonna know. And if they can see Houston, if they still right there and can see them, they're going to tell Houston, hey, bro, the pressure is always on the best team. The pressure is on Houston. Can they? Because, C.J. Stroud, he was good. People talking about, is he going to be top 5 quarterback MVP? No, I don't think he's going to be that. He's good. But.
So this is curious. This is curious, though, because I actually think the Jaguars are going to have a crisis of confidence, we'll call it, by their bye week. Like I think that they're going to open that season with the. I mean, it's a rough slate. It's not even about the team, honestly. It's truly about the schedule. I'm just like they got Carolina. And they open with Carolina, and it's dope. Well, that's fine. But then they got Cincinnati, Houston, San Francisco, Kansas City, Seattle, Los Angeles in a row. Like that's rough. The Bengals.
It is. But here's the thing.
So their record might not be great. But they could simply, by just virtue of what the record looks like, by that bye week, they might just not look as good, and then all of a sudden they hit the easy part of that schedule, and they just end up on fire at the end of the season. So when you say you know who they are at the bye week, I'm just like, I mean,
no. What I'm saying, listen. What I'm saying is just win your division, because when you do that, right? Do people really care what your record is if you win your division? You listen. You want it to be 10-7. You want it to be 10-7, but if it's 9-8, it's 9-8, right? If it's 8-9, but you won your division, and the reason why I keep saying that is this: we get so caught up in records. The top 2 teams gonna get to sit out for a week, right? And I get it. The goal is to get in the show, right? If you get in the show and you win your division, there's a team with a better record than you that got to come see you. They got to come to your crib. That's why winning your division is so important. The Jags know this. People say, why is that? The last time I seen the Jags in the playoffs, on paper, Chargers are supposed to be a better team. Derwin James can't cover Evan Engram. 2 things we knew. The Chargers gonna look like themselves at a certain point, and Asante Samuel can't tackle. He don't want to do it. Listen. The best play call of football, I said, they're gonna take that single receiver side, and he's gonna come to the open side. They're gonna make Asante Samuel come in, and Travis Etienne gonna run right at him and run around him. I saw it. I said, oh my, because here's the thing. I said, when people say just like his daddy, he a ball hog, just like his dad. Ball hogs.
But they ain't hit nobody.
But Trevor, listen, when Travis had to do everything but not look right, he go, oh my God. They said, hey man, he gonna motion in. You're gonna look right at him and say, here I am, Asante. Because if he tackle him, nope. Travis Etienne still running down that right sideline. That boy did he take him about 30 or 40? Game over. I'm telling y'all. So I think the Jags are gonna be, I think Trevor Lawrence might be the most interesting quarterback in the league this year, not named Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers is only, he's only intriguing because, he got a mystery wife, and he takes sabbaticals. He got Netflix special, whatever. I can't even keep up with Aaron Rodgers these days. If Trevor Lawrence needs to reintroduce himself to the league and say, hey, dude, I know y'all miss me, even if you didn't miss me. But guess what? He should say, CJ, all due respect, I don't believe it. I don't believe you better than me, and I don't believe y'all better than. Now he can't do that. We can do that on these podcasts. We talk trash, but that's what he's thinking. No, he's thinking. He's at home with his lady. He's saying, "You think he's better than me?" And I was, oh no, who is that? That's CJ Stroud. He played for Houston. You think he's better than me? Yeah, he went to Ohio State. You know. I'm just that's because Travis, Kyle, we look at other podcasts, right? Not so we can critique them, so we can go. I mean, yeah, you know, they don't.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: we're not in this space because we think we better than the other podcasts. We think they ain't better than us. We both do this. Like nothing against y'all, but y'all don't do nothing we can. Y'all don't say nothing we couldn't say. Y'all got 45 statisticians behind y'all, and y'all still get the stats wrong. Y'all got people researching it, you still get it wrong. No, we're saying, I got something to say, and I'm going to start my podcast, and I'm going to say it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But if you don't like what I said, it's because of two reasons. Either I said it better than you, or what I said was true. You take your pick. You take your pick. I respect Trevor Lawrence because I know what he's capable of. I don't know who Anthony Richardson is. And I love Anthony Richardson. Went to Florida. If Anthony Richardson wasn't 6'4", 245, could run a 4.4 and throw it a mile.
And jump out of the gym.
Because it was Bryce, it was CJ, it was Will Anderson, and it was Anthony. Will Anderson was a rookie of the year. CJ Stroud was rookie of the year. Bryce Young proved that he can bleed, and he came back and played well. Anthony Richardson looks good with his shirt off.
Well, yeah, we'll see if he can stay healthy. I mean, that's the start because that roster is actually made for they put together a good supporting cast around him. I will give them that.
Are you afraid of Anthony Richardson?
Anthony Richardson and the Colts, yeah.
I mean, you respect Anthony Richardson, but here's the thing, right? A confident Jaguars team, I don't think the AFC South ready for that, man. Because
agreed.
Everybody knows no one knows what Anthony Richardson can do, and no one's afraid of Daniel Jones. Unfortunately, Will Levis still plays football in Nashville, and we got to deal with that. But for Trevor Lawrence and company, when you're looking at supporting cast around the league, you know, I know what the Colts got at the running back position. I know what Houston got at the running back position. Just receivers alone, just receivers. It ain't gonna get much better than Brian, and it ain't gonna get much better than Brian Thomas. I know what Travis Hunter, if he can't do nothing else, he can track the football and he can get open. De'Ami Brown, he's on a 1-year deal, which means they say, hey man, we like you, but we don't love you. We'll give you a 1-year deal. You want, extensions on that. You want 2 or 3 years? Show us what you can do. And I know Danielle Hunter is a premier pass rusher for them Texans. Josh Allen don't like that. Trayvon Walker I think we the best duo. So Trayvon Walker told Will Anderson, I don't like you. Brian, what? Josh Allen told Danielle Hunter, I don't like you, dude. That's what I'm telling you. I need to have people in my division that looks like us, sounds like us. But y'all, Kendrick Lamar, y'all not like us, man. Y'all not like us. And that's how you got to go. That's how you got to go into it. Because if not, I'm not trading jerseys with you, bro. I'll give you my jersey when the camera's off. I don't want to trade no pleasantries, bro. Because I don't want y'all to think I respect you, but I'll trade jerseys when we won enough games, in my opinion. When we won enough, I'll give you a jersey then. But now,
I think we might be there, bro. I honestly believe we might be there with this AFC South, with the Houston Texans actually finally becoming a hated franchise. And I do mean that from the Jacksonville Jaguars fan base perspective. Like, just I don't know if you know, but for very many years, it always felt that Houston wanted to be more relevant than Jacksonville fans viewed them as. And that's even when Jacksonville was historically bad. Like, the Jaguars were we were historically bad, and still fans did not view. They weren't looking at Houston; they were looking at Indy. And then even when Houston was winning, it was just because everybody else is sorry, not because Houston was necessarily good. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Houston is good. Yeah, Houston is good because the AFC is down.
Now with the Al Shire stuff and everything else, and the hatred that's coming along with that, and the amount of talking on the socials with CJ Stroud at the barbershop and all of these other things. It's becoming like, all right, now we really don't like Houston. Oh, yeah, but we also really don't like the Titans. Oh, yeah, but we also don't like the Colts. Like, it's becoming where it's like legitimate hatred in this division.
That's what you want. That's how you want it. And look, we need to do this. we need to get more opposing fans in the cities of these teams they don't like, because these barbershop conversations ain't truthful. If I'm walking into Houston, if I'm walking into Houston barbershop, I'm like, dude, you root for Houston because you from Houston. No, you root for them because you from here. I get it. But here's the thing. Do you think Houston is ready to go to a Super Bowl? No. If I go to Indy, I'm telling them, dude, how do y'all really feel about this quarterback stuff? Man, is the camera on? Yeah, I can't say it on camera. I can't say it on camera, right?
That's it.
If you go through the streets of Jacksonville, if I'm from Tennessee and I go to Jacksonville and I said, listen, you talk about Travis, you talk about Deami, you talking about Brian, because you're trying not to talk about Trevor. Talk about Trevor. That's what I'm here to talk about. Don't try to avoid what we're here to talk about. That's what I'm saying. As Travis Hunter got to win Heisman's, you know what I'm saying? If others talk about it the way he did, dual threat. Trevor Lawrence had us watching Clemson. I don't like Clemson, but I want to see this dude. Right? And guess what? Because nobody want to say this. This is what it is. I love you, CJ. I love you, Anthony. I got to love you, Will, unfortunately, and Cam Ward. Trevor Lawrence coming out of college, box office. That's how good he was. And sometimes when you got a box office player, I want to see it in the pros. That's what this comes down to. Look, because he didn't have to go to Ohio State. He didn't go to Florida. He didn't go to Georgia. He didn't go to LSU. He went to Clemson. Deshaun Watson did something we thought we would never see. And Trevor Lawrence almost made us forget about Deshaun. We didn't. But Trevor took it to another level. Travis, Kyle, that's what you want. You saying in the back of your mind, we believe the hype. We said, I think this dude could do it. Because if the right people keep saying the same thing over and over, we're going to start believing it. We really going to start believing it. Stuff like, LeBron James used to do Kia commercials. He didn't drive no Kia, man. He didn't drive no Kia, man. AJ Brown showing up to the game and like this old school Acura. That's not his real car. That's not what. But that's what he showed, right? Shaq used to do Oldsmobile commercials. Shaq don't drive no Oldsmobile. But if enough people keep saying it, it sounds real. Enough people said enough about Trevor Lawrence because it was true, and we hope to see it. That's it. I just want to see what I heard about. I heard about this dude in high school, never lost a game. Went to Clemson over all these schools and still was doing his thing. One of the best prospects since, John Elway and Dan Marino. And it just hasn't happened yet. Now, because he got Travis Hunter, Travis is going to say, hey, why y'all so quiet and nervous in here? I ain't know, bro. Let's do it. They strap it on like us, right? They got on the helmet and just like us, right? Never in the history of the world have somebody said all we got to do is beat Houston. That has never been said before. We got to beat who? Let me tell you something. The biggest rivalry in the AFC South, people don't got to like it, is the Titans and Houston. Why? Because the Titans are the original Houston team. The Oilers are now in Tennessee. The Houston. That forever. And all I'm saying is, if you want to see pure hatred, look at when the Titans play Houston. We don't want to beat nobody more with it. And think about this. The Titans are good enough every year to beat Houston. If the Titans are, come on, Jags, man. Like, the Titans don't believe it.
I got a bone to pick with the Titans because y'all still trying to use y'all Houston history when y'all be having these conversations about y'all best players and stuff. Y'all be talking about, like, the Oilers. I'm like, I didn't know y'all was in. I thought y'all were Tennessee. I didn't think y'all were Houston. What's happening
I know you got your problems with capitalism, but they still own the team. It is what it is, dog. Come on now.
I mean, think about this. Hold on for a second. Look, look, you couldn't even come up with your own stuff. We was already there. And then we left because Bud Adams wanted to come to Tennessee, was in Memphis, then we went to Nashville. Boom, right? Y'all greatest players in the Hall of Fame. Andre Johnson, granted, right? Man, stop. People say, what's the history of Houston? Like, there is one. What's the history of the Houston Texans? There isn't one. Like, what? Like, there isn't one. Like, the history of the Houston Texans is, they got good barbecue. I don't know. Don't ask me.
There was an AFL team called the Texans. Is that where you're going?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm like, I don't know, man. They got Houston. They got chopped and screwed music. They got Beyonce. Oh, you talking about the Houston Texans team? They had Andre Johnson, they had DeAndre Hopkins, but they also had Derek Carr, David Carr. Case closed. You had David Carr. David Carr was running out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. It took Keith Bullock telling him, boy, that's a sack. Like, he didn't know. You can't run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a sack, David. And he didn't know that. I'm just telling y'all.
I guess you could say they had Deshaun Watson. But I don't know if they want that one no more.
They had, what's the running back they had out of Tennessee? Real good.
The running back that the Texans had out of Tennessee?
He was an undrafted free agent out of Tennessee. Foster? Foster.
Played for Tennessee. Oh, yeah, Aaron Foster?
Oh, yeah, he was nice. What I'm saying is, you know what the Houston Texans are? They get good players for nothing. They ain't going to do that. They're gonna have some good players. You know what's crazy? This how good the Texans are. Y'all greatest player played for the Titans. Andre Johnson played for the Titans. People say, why is that important? Roddy White, which is why I respect him, not to take it off.
Sure.
Roddy White, one of the greatest Atlanta Falcons of all time, not the greatest receiver, that's gonna go to Julio. At the end of his career, you know who tried to sign him? The Saints or the Aints, and he retired. Boy, I respect Roddy so much for that. Being a Atlanta Falcons fan myself, so I don't really got a lot to root for. Between the Titans and the Raiders, I played for the Bucks, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if you are Trevor Lawrence, and just say you go to a Super Bowl, and the next year, Fred Taylor gets voted into the Hall of Fame, right? Listen to me. Trevor Lawrence. What if Fred Taylor say he ain't gonna do this? I'm gonna let Trevor Lawrence introduce me. My introduction. He helped me get this. Y'all listen. Y'all making me talk about these Jags too fluently, too like affirming these Jags. I don't want to do this. But unfortunately, my quarterback is going to be the number 1 overall pick of Cam Ward. That's the only way you get a Florida Gator to root for a Miami Hurricane. They get drafted to the same teams. That's the only way you're going to get that to happen. But I will say this. When Trevor Lawrence puts it together, not just the AFC South, they're going to be dangerous, man. Because when you've been down for so long, the laughing stock, people saying, you got to do that, they're going to use that criticism to come for everybody. Because here's the thing. All Trevor Lawrence got to do with Kansas City is beat them in one game. They ain't in my division. I got to beat them one time. Whether it's Kansas City, Jacksonville. I think he could beat Josh Allen and company. I think he could beat now Lamar Jackson and them. We'll see depending on how far they go. Well, think about it. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes.
You named the big ones. That one of them they're gonna knock each other out. One or two of them gonna knock each other out, and you're only gonna have to beat one of them or two of them at most.
Trevor Lawrence should get in contact with Jalen Hurts people and get his number and say, Jalen, man, how you beat up Kansas City? And he's gonna say, you really want me to tell you? Yeah. I don't think another dude better than me. I gotta go, man. What? I don't think he better than me. That's a football player thing. I respect him, but in order for you to be better than me, you have to be able to do something I'm not capable of doing. There ain't a throw in the NFL Trevor Lawrence can't make. Now, there's things that Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts can do with their legs that people can't do. They ain't got Trevor Lawrence for that. You can hand it off to running back for that. But as far as a throw, I don't think he can make any throw. Any throw. What they saying is, Trevor, when we need you to be super, be super. So what I need to be before that? Efficient. Just be efficient.
Be the guy who we practice you to be. Be the guy you are in practice.
The two words that people put a negative connotation on is something that Cam Newton said. Be a game manager, man.
Thank you.
Manager. Like people saying, why you want to be a game manager? Because there ain't a lot of game changers in no sport. Game changer mean I can flip this whole script. One dude can do that. It ain't with so many players can do that. If just be a great game manager. right? Because if I'm a great game manager, I don't put us behind the chains. I don't make dumb calls. I get to the right play. If they're, in the words of John Gruden, sometimes the best players no play. Throw it away. Don't just throw it away. Don't try to. And when I just play the quarterback position the way we know you can play it, get the ball to your weapons, right? And watch how your defense play when they can depend on you. Because defense is predicated on, can I depend on that signal caller?
Bro, I'm with you. 95% of the game is a quarterback being even the elite quarterbacks. 90 to 95% of the game is them being a game manager. And then that 5%, them 3 plays, them 5 plays, those are the ones when you be like, oh, he that dude. Like, oh, he him. Like that, those are the ones, like, you're just 95%. Like Brady. Brady will be just the most efficient, just ruthless, just game manager the whole
Tom
way.
Brady a game manager now. You'll get persecuted like I
Tom
did.
Brady was a
hey, listen,
beautiful game manager. That man might go 25,
He's
25
the
or
greatest
30.
He's the greatest game manager of all time.
Hit them 3 money balls. And that's all you need.
The greatest game manager of all time was Tom Brady. People say, yeah, but I said, no, because I'm gonna take what the defense gives me. I'm not here to do too much. I'm here to do my job. I don't need to do all that, because what happens is this: when a throw needs to be made, I'm gonna make it. You don't believe me? Brock Purdy, Super Bowl. It's 4 for 6, fourth and goal on the 6-yard line. They kicked the field goal, didn't they? Did anybody think that Patrick Mahomes was gonna take it down the field and score? Everybody like, you gonna give it back to Pat? Think about this. In the Super Bowl, they're getting blown out first half by Philly. People saying this is gonna be the greatest comeback. That's what culture does. I think they're gonna come back. I think that they're gonna come back against a team that's better than them because they got Patrick Mahomes.
And we know
right?
that they're better.
And listen, it took going to the fourth quarter for us to finally say, okay, it's over. We had to watch that much of the game to realize it was over, right? Like, forget what the D-line doing. For Trevor Lawrence needs to know, hey, dude, I have that ability. What you mean? It's not that I could play like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I have that ability to do it, though. I can elevate them because quarterbacks don't respect each other, man, as they should. The reason why George Kittle and Greg Olsen and Travis Kelce do tight end you, because people say, hey, man, why would they do that? Because you ain't better than me if I can tell you how to play this position, dude. I'm showing you what I do. Why? Because I'm going to do what I do. Like, I'm going to bring all the I'm going to show y'all all the tricks from marketing, from branding, from negotiation. I'm going to show y'all how to really do this. And if somebody yells out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, with Travis, how do we get a lady like yours? I can't show you how to do that now. I can't show you how to get her. Got limits to this thing, right? But what I'm saying is, if I'm so good in my position, I can show you how to do this for real. George Kittle said, of course we need to be making more money, but we don't make more money just because we the next up. We ain't quarterbacks. We got to earn ours. I'm the highest paid tight end in NFL history. Look at me play. Look at the way I play, from blocking to catching to impact, right? If you are Trevor Lawrence, they should have a quarterback. They should have a QBU. And you go up in there and just hear what they say about you, Trevor. Trevor saying, yeah. Oh, Trevor, this throw right here, you made it. This is beautiful. Boy, they got you on the training tape. Why? Because you can make the throws. Get your mind right. Play efficient football. Don't do Will Levis stuff. Trevor Lawrence was starting to do Will Levis stuff. I don't like to say that, but he did. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Will Levis is in the class all by himself. Lord have mercy. I'm just telling y'all, for a Trevor Lawrence, it's what you said, Trevor. You said, I think we there. If Trevor is there, y'all there. And if he ain't, it don't matter what you give him. You can give him way more than he got. If Trevor Lawrence decides, I'm no longer gonna play hero stuff, don't make stuff up. Don't make stuff up. And if you don't make stuff up, you play within the confines of the offense, and you get the ball to your weapons. I heard a quarterback say it like this. He said, listen, man, as the quarterback, I'm the gun. My receivers and my tight ends, they're my bullets. What's going to happen when I start shooting them at you? Because when I start shooting them at you, or you got something to shoot back, most defenses in the AFC South, I don't care what CJ does, I don't care what Anthony and Daniel do, I don't know what Cam and Will do, who going to deal with that consistently? Look at what they get. De'Ami, Travis, Brian, what? O-line just got, listen, man, just hold them up for 3-4 seconds. I'll get them to him. if I can't hold him up for a long time, short to intermediate passing game, Brian Thomas, he's good in space. Travis Hunter is real good in space. And Diami, he got $8 million to play in the slot. The youngin can do it. I think y'all got the best offense in the AFC South, taking nothing away from Houston. And I don't trust Indy. I don't know what Indy. I don't even know how their offense is gonna look outside the running game. And if y'all get it right, and y'all win it, listen, if y'all win this division, I'm gonna have to come back on during the year. Y'all win this division, I'm gonna just come back and say, what I say, man. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but the little that I know now. The little that I know. I don't know a lot about nothing. Don't ask me, man. I say, but at the end of the day, I know when the Jags were the Jags. So when I played them, that you gonna get that defense gonna beat you up, right?
Like it's Stroud, Henderson,
No.
Henderson.
You know who ran the defense? No one talks about Mike Peterson. Hit everything moving. He hit everything. I even told him when I saw him, I said, hey, man, I'm your Florida Gator brother. He said you had the wrong colors on, Troupe. I said, you right. So, yeah, man, I mean, if y'all do it, I wouldn't be surprised. But if y'all finish third, I would be very surprised. If y'all don't finish one, I expect y'all to finish two, and I expect y'all to put pressure on one. If y'all finish at 3 and 4, something that happened that shouldn't have happened, man. And unfortunately, Travis, Brian, Tank, ETN, Diami, y'all cool, right? If Trevor don't show up to the stadium, it ain't gonna be Nick. Sorry, Nick Mullins. You ain't it. Then we'll see.
Okay.
So there you go. I mean, listen, by the way I know, Ben, that Travis enjoyed having you on this podcast is despite the fact he wore a Titans color polo, you came in here and talking that mess that Trevor could be like Will Levis sometimes, and he didn't fight you. So like, I nobody threw any punches, nobody got offended. And so that's how I really like you on the show.
It was hard to argue. We seen those Will Levis like burst of energy, and then he becomes himself. Like it's like a little Twix moment. It just needed to come back to earth.
You really think you can offend me with what you say about Will Levis? No. I watch. Listen, I ain't watching Will Levis on national TV in like sports bars saying, "Are y'all seeing this?" Like it's like the Twilight Zone, man. Will Levis is still getting NFL checks. People talking about Will Levis, he's at tight end U. It's because it's in Nashville. He didn't get invited. He lived down the street. He just drove up. Y'all need a quarterback? All right, Will. Anybody else? I'm just saying. Hey, man, but
I do hope that you are right. I do hope the Jacksonville Jaguars have an opportunity or have even a reasonably strong chance of taking this AFC South. I mean, in the past 23 seasons, Jaguars have won 2. Since the AFC South was created back in 2002. So like they've won 2 AFC South championships, and the Colts are the top team. The Texans are second by 1. But they've won the most of them since like 2011. So like it's really been the Houston's division because everybody else has been bad. And I'm really hoping the Jaguars can just be above average to average and maybe get that 9-10 win range and have a real conversation come, this postseason. So I do hope we have you back on later this season, and we can talk about how right you were in the offseason about where Trevor Lawrence is landing. Let's go there, man. That's
man. Listen, he got the longest neck in football. Him and Mike Glennon, Trevor Lawrence. No. I know I'm always rooting for players, man. I don't got to root for the team they own. I can't root for the player. Trevor Lawrence is a guy I can root for, man, because I don't know what it's like being a number 1 overall pick, and you just ain't met expectations up to this point. You've had a lot of coaches, GMs that you went through, offensive coordinators. You got to, they believe in you. Liam, GM, they believe in you. You got the most exciting player in the 2025 draft. You got it. That's about the best new toy you're gonna get. The Travis Hunter toy is only one, and it's in Jacksonville. It's an exclusive, and we'll see what happens, man. But I will say this about the Jags. The Titans are the only team in NFL history to have 2 2,000-yard rushes. The best duo, the best 1-2 punch in the NFL history I've ever seen in running backs It's Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew. I don't think it's close. And I know you got some duos. The Thunder and Lightning with Lindell White and CJ2K and Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams. Maurice Jones-Drew used to come in the game, and I go, okay, now here we go. And he used to return kicks. And he would do the little dance. He was nice. MJD was nice. And Mercedes Lewis is the LeBron James of tight ends. He's gonna play for 30 years. He ain't gonna never stop playing football.
That boy gonna be older than kickers out here. It's gonna be crazy.
That boy they're gonna say, hey man, what, you played with my dad? Oh, you his son? Yeah. You played with my dad like 10 years ago. Oh, okay, yeah, man. I remember you. You was yeah. That was me. Yeah. Okay. Hey man, I ain't mad at him, man. I ain't mad. With a name like Mercedes, man, play as long as you're gonna play, youngin. I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see it get down. Go ahead, man. Do what you do.
I don't know how I'm going to do any better than that, and I haven't. I don't know that I've told a dad joke in this episode because we've been rattling off listening to Ben drop more than 84 reasons why you should listen. You make it really easy to make that segue when I'm plugging your podcast there, because you give people more than 84 reasons to listen to the 84 reasons. Of course, the fan in the end winning the division, and of course, not just a podcast, but a mantra: no weddings in the fall. For goodness sake, don't put your wedding in the fall. Don't do it. Now, I mean, I have funny anecdotes about people that schedule it in the summer. That's a separate conversation. I live in Florida. But Ben Troupe, author Ben Troupe, former NFLer Ben Troupe, all-around Renaissance man here on the Duval Dive. Tell the world where you could be found, my friend.
At Ben Troupe 84 on all social media outlets. Man, make sure y'all be listening out for me, man. The fan in the end. 84 reasons, no weddings in the fall, winning the division. I'm just having fun. I appreciate Travis, man. We was on another podcast on another day in South Florida. Tribune and on there with Sky Knows guys. Saw Travis and Travis when they said Jaguars. I was like, wait a minute. We gotta vet these people. We gotta vet these people. No.
I know how Scott will let you guys just go at it in the show too on there with the.
It was fun. People. Me and Travis had to let them know. Jaguars Titans is real. I know you got Ravens and in Pittsburgh, and I know you got Dolphins and Bills and whatever. We are rocking for the AFC South. We here too. I know y'all the AFC South. Who's in that? We get it. We get it. But nah, man, when Travis said he would have me on, man, I think that's the greatest affirmation as being a podcaster, content creator, when you get invited to other people's podcasts, guys like yourself, man, because Travis, that's the interview process, and when you just going back and forth on these airways, Travis said, let's have you on. I was like, my wife was like, you gonna go on there? I said, I'm gonna go over there in deep waters. I can swim. I'm gonna do it. I said, it's the Jags and the Titans, man. Like, this the only, it's infighting. I said, I enjoy it.
She think we finna attack you. She's like, oh, you gonna go in enemy territory? With them people?
Oh yeah, man. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself, fellas. I think you guys helped me really realize why I chose this genre, why I chose this medium, why I do this. Man, I'm just a country boy, man, that's good at telling stories. I paint pictures with my words. I get you to come into my mind through how I say it, and it's just in me. It's just in me to be, and I can do it. I used to work for ESPN Radio, ESPN Coastal to be exact, ESPN Coastal Georgia. Jekyll Island, St. Simon Island, Brunswick, Savannah, Georgia, Hilton Head, South Carolina, and that gave me the itch to want to come over here because radio it's good, but it's like a dinosaur at this point because you got so much. So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys sitting up in me, Travis. Kyle, is good meeting you, man. Y'all gonna have me back on, not because I'm good at what I do, because what I'm saying, I do what I do. I don't got to be good. Good, man. Good is subjective. Good is how you look at it. But if you want to be entertained, you want me to throw you some analytics, you want me to be honest and truthful, bring me through. If you don't want to be entertained, if you want to be bored, if you want to watch paint dry, I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy.
I'm not.
Hey, listen, I'll put it this way, Ben. Maybe you're not demanding to be back on the show, but if somebody asked me to have Ben Troupe on the show, you made it hard for me to say no.
That's it. That way, when my name come up, Travis is saying, "All right, when you want it back on?" We got to make this more of a normal
now you
thing.
need to talk to Dion. Now you need to talk to Dion and his people and tell them, Shador, and take notes from watch this podcast with Ben, and he gonna show you how it's done.
Listen, Coach Prime, Dion Jr., Shador, Shiloh. Man, listen, man. Y'all should get sick of all the negative publicity. Man, come on, listen, man. Come on over here. What they say back in the day, you're tired of people dancing in your videos, doing all this. Come on over here with Kyle and Travis, man. Come on. And we're gonna have fun only because this is the greatest medium there is from former players, current players, future players, podcasters, content creators. When y'all do it like this, y'all make it easy, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here having fun. I enjoy what I do because I'm a student of the craft. I appreciate you, Kyle and Travis. So you guys, Aaron Kenny, when I first got drafted, was a tight end from Florida that brought me under his wing. I respect what y'all do. I'm not one of these players that say, oh man, I'm being true. So nah. I get to lend my ear. I get to lend my time. But most importantly, man, I get to lend my appreciation to you guys, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I appreciate coming on. And any player or former player that comes on to disrespect your platform, kick them off. Don't wait till the show. Hey, man, we appreciate it. Why? Listen, man, the two things I'm not going to do, I'm not going to disrespect your time. I'm not going to waste your time. And if somebody's doing that to you, it's time to go. Hey, bro, I appreciate it. But
man,
I work too hard. Listen, we pay real bills, baby. We got taxes. Now, I know y'all ain't got the state tax in the state of Florida. I'm up here in Georgia, so we might have to switch like W-2s, man. Just saying.
We all made bad decisions, man. I'm sorry. We actually had big game James Coleman, former Florida State University fullback, who also played for the Saints, I believe, in the NFL. Yeah, just last week. So you were actually our second NFL player that we've had on the pod. I mean, again, we just started this bad boy, June 7th, 2024 on YouTube. And before that, we were Facebook streaming. So, thank you for everybody who's liked and subscribed. Thank you for everybody who supported us. And this thing just keeps growing. Now with the Believe Network, it's been incredible, bro. So we're gonna keep giving y'all this content as long as people keep supporting us. But we appreciate you supporting us, and we will absolutely have you on again, man. You already know what this is. But thank you for your time. Thank you for the overtime segment. And yeah, Kyle, you want to let them know where you can be found, sir?
You didn't tell them where you could be found yet.
I mean, they know where I'm at, man. I'm Travis D. Holmes on all the socials. I'm on Travis D. Holmes on Blue Sky, on X, on BigCatCountry.com, where we're going to have you guys covered on all your Jacksonville Jaguars coverage. We're going to give you our observations, our on the field observations from training camp. Everybody else is telling you what they heard somebody else say. I'm gonna tell you what I saw because I'm there. So come on, lock it in, BigCatCountry.com, and we're gonna get you guys covered. And for the most part, again, if you haven't liked and subscribed to Duval Dive on YouTube, absolutely do that, man. Or go to wherever you catch your podcast and rate and review us. Help us, man. It's free, man. It's all we asking you is for your 20 seconds of your time. Get that done. And yeah, let's keep this bad boy growing, man. But where can you be found, sir, now that I have actually told these people where I'm at, man?
And of course, I am Kyle Nash, the student of the game beyond. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. By the way, Ben, the reason why I say I'm on Twitter and not X, I'm a family man. I don't need to tell people that I'm on X. That just gives the wrong message. Anyways, of course, you can find me as well on Facebook as the student of the game. Check out my writings with the Fans First Sports Network covering your Jacksonville Jaguars as well as the Orlando Magic. The NFL, the NBA draft is coming up. Let's see what happens there, what we can make of the Eastern Conference, and really if it's an open path for the Magic this coming year. That should be interesting to see. Of course, you could also see my work covering the UCF Knights on the Black and Gold banneret. And I have that skip a beat moment there too, because I just realized you're a Florida graduate. I hope this isn't awkward that I'm bringing up UCF, but we'll move on. And of course, check out the Night Shift podcast and YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe there. And of course, make sure you do the same for the Duval Dive. So for my personal champion, Travis D. Holmes, our awesome guest, Ben Troupe, Renaissance man extraordinaire, among other things. Until next time, everyone, class dismissed.